Hello guys, this is Otaku man. Sorry for the late upload, but I'm busy right now for some days. Now, let's get to something. Well, now I'm back with What If Deku Was a Demon, part 1.5. Now I'm giving a super part, so I say 1.5, to say 1.5, yes, 1.5, because I'm going to cover up another backstory of Deku. Not backstory, I mean OAB types. Get it? I mean extra episode like now. Now after when we left off in part one, we left off Deku. Deku just finished. Deku, I mean hero versus villain. Deku wins. Now we go to the next not the next day, sorry, when he go those all go home, and then Deku to his home. He was happy because he who got to show off his little bit power. Now he was going home. When he reached home, he see his mother was talking to someone in his phone, in the phone. He didn't said anything, so he go to his room, and no, sir. He said, "Mom, I'm home." Then said, "Oh, yes, son, you're home." Then said, "Oh, go good, you can go to your room." Then Izuku just clean himself and goes to his room. He was he was lying on the bed and thinking, said, "Eh, today was my lucky day, really. First day of UA, beat Bakugo, and another kid. What is his kid name? I forget. Ida, I think. Ida, yes, I think Ida." Then suddenly his mother knocked into the door and said, "Yes, come in, mom." Then said, "Son, I have something to ask you." Said, "Yeah, what? What do you want to ask, mom?" And said, "You know, it has been many years since your father left me." Then he said, "Yeah, I know that." Well, guys, sorry, I don't remember my part one very well, but I've still lost the script. There, did I mention that Izuku's father was here or there? If he was here, then I'm retconning it. He was not there. Then he said, "You know, your father has. It has been 10 years since your father left us." And said, "Yes, I know that. I don't want to hear that about at all." Then said, "Oh, okay then." Then said, I am starting to seeing someone." And then said, "Seeing someone? Who, mom?" And said, "That is another story." So another story? Are you in date, mom? Did you go on a date with another man, really? And said, "Yes." And said, "Okay, it's your life. You have been suffering a lot since 10 years. Then you should have some fun by yourself." And said, "Okay, okay then, mom, you can go." And I said, "Son, they are coming here to see us." I said, "What? What the fuck? Uh, they are coming here to see us." Izuku's mom replied, said, "Yes, come down quickly." Yes, then the door knocked. Means the bell of the house bell ringed, and then said, "Oh, they're here. Come on." She grabbed Izuku and just get him down. Said, "She's so happy for the first time. Really, I want to see who is this." And his mother, when they were going down, he said, "Oh, another thing. The man I'm seeing, he has a daughter also." Mhm. He has a daughter and a child and a boy. And said, "Oh, okay." And I don't know what is happening, but it is too soon for me, mom. Then said, don't worry, boy. You are perfectly fine. And then said, oh shit. Okay. Calm down, Izuku. Calm down. Calm down. You are the strongest at UA. Calm down. And said, okay, open the door. Then there was a man named Elias Kendo, I think. Elias Kendo, I don't know. But Elias Kendo, the husband name, then he had a daughter, and the daughter, that, who know the daughter is? She's Kendo. She's Kendo. Yes, Kendo, not messing with you guys. She's Kendo. And then Izuku said, okay. And then there was another boy. Said, okay, where is the boy? Said they were a little bit sad tone. Said he didn't came. And then said, okay, good. Then go have some dinner. They asked me, where do you study? Said, I am in the UA. Hi, UA. I am in the UA Hero course, class 1A. And said, oh, I'm class 1B. Kendo said, and said, okay. Then I think we will see each other sometime. And said, what are you saying? I know our mom and dad are getting married. And said, oh, it's too sudden already. Then Izuku left the room and said, mom, I gotta go somewhere else. And said, okay, son, we return quickly. Then Izuku just go out of the house, and he just go out of this house and terrace. Sorry for the background sound, really. If you can hear the background sound, wait a second. Now let's get started again. Then he got out of the house, and he was just walking. And then I said, my life is gonna change then, eh? He had a little bit of smile, but he didn't have that much. I mean, every time he smiled, that was a fake smile. And said, my life is gonna get better, I think. Then I think we should go. I should let it go. Then I'm gonna make you USJ after I said 1 month, really 1 month. Now a week later, the Izuku's mom married to the main Kendo's dad. She was happy. Said Izuku, just saying it her face, and said, he's happy. I mean, in his mind. And then his mom then he said, then where should, then said, then Kendo's dad said, you are going to be living with us. And said, oh. And said, okay. Everything is too sudden. And said, we have bought a new house. Oh, extraordinary house, I think. My life is going to get changed too much. And then they were shifting the house. They also because of the boys helping around the house. Kendo said, it's good to have some company helping around us. And yes, then Izuku's mom even said, oh, son, Izuku has ordered a sword from someone else. Now how did Izuku know someone? Because at a young age he was strong, so a lot of people know about his abilities, so he knows. They know that they created him a weapon. I just this weapon. And said, oh, Izuku, your weapon is here. And said, okay, I want to go have that weapon. And said, he grabbed the bag and said, the weapon is too small and shabby looking. Design, I don't much like it, but it is comfortable to hold it. And then Kendo said, "What is your quirk?" Said, "My quirk. No, my quirk you can call darkness for now. Darkness. Darkness." Said, "Yes, of course, darkness. What do you think?" And then said, "Okay, could you show me?" And said, "Are you kidding? If I use my only 1% of my power, you will die in just one blitz." And said, "No, it's not a problem. If I can help you." And said, okay. And because of Kendo's dad, he had a dojo. Said they, and we don't have the training ground. Said, "Come on to my dad's dojo." Said, "Yo, oh, uncle have dojo." Said, "Why do you call him uncle? He is your dad too, you know." I said, "It will take time." But I said, he didn't say anything. He said, and said, Endo said, "Oh, don't worry, it will take time." And I said, "Okay." Odeku said, "Okay." Then they go to his dad dojo, and Izuku actually loved to wear this type of armors. I mean, like this. He is a big fan of knights and many other things. Knight and many other things. So he dressed up like this, hero costume like this, and said he go to there, and he goes to the training ground and said, "Are you ready, Kendo?" And said, "Okay, yes, I'm ready." And said, "Attack me with everything you got." Then Deku goes to his weakest form, this emotionless. He just turned into this, and Kendo was getting really scared for a reason. And then Kendo just attacked with his big with her big fist. Deku just block it with one finger. And Deku was being with this blank face, didn't say anything. He just punched her. She go and attack to the wall and said, and then Izuku suddenly snapped out of it. He suddenly snapped out. He suddenly snapped out of it and become like this and said, "Oh, sorry, are you okay?" And she said, "Oh, I think I am okay." And said, "That was a very powerful punch, really." And said, "Punch, eh?" Surprisingly, I don't remember anything really. Now, you know why doesn't Deku remember anything? Because he has never experienced very much of like love and care that much of anyone, and he has a family now, so he has a little bit of clingy towards them. I mean, he has a little bit emotion toward them, and because of that, his wrath power, I mean, the sin of wrath, his power was lacking, and when the power was getting unstable by the day by day. And said, "I think it's nothing." And then we go, what should I do then? Then said, then we should think of something. And then Deku's mom said, "Son, I know you are bad to other people, I know still." Then said, then Deku said, "How do you know that, mom?" Then said, "Your teacher called me, don't you forget that." And said, "Oh, that bastard teacher." In his mind said, "That bastard teacher." Aizawa told my mom, "I'm going to punch him right in the head, and there's nothing left." And then said, "Izuku, I don't mind you hitting people, but you should be nicer toward them." And said, "Mom, nicer toward them, you know how I feel." And then Izuku's mom said, "If you can be nicer towards them, then we can do anything, we can do something about it." Then said, "What about it?" And said, I think you should leave alone. I mean, if you can please and said, "You have to promise you that you won't ever hurt any innocent. Just if you hurt, then I will never talk to you." And said, Mom, why are you giving me such a promise right now?" And said, "Do not use your power at full strength, never again. Promise me that. Just you will use your power at your normal percentage." And said, "Mom, but," and said, "you have to promise me, son." Said, "Okay, Mom." Then Deku at the night, Deku said, "Why is that? Why did Mom promise me that? I don't know really. Why did she promise me that?" And then we scratch it. I'm going to do the USJ now. In the USJ, no. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to do the USJ right now. I have a great idea. It just pop up in my head. Yes, you see, we can do now. Deku he knows that he has another brother. I mean, he is older than him. Said, "Okay, he is older than me. I know that." And then said, "He's coming today." And Kendo's dad said, "Please don't pick a fight with that brat." He said, "Why?" "Because that brat is a troublemaker. He is stronger than every one of us." And said, "Oh, I would like to see that." He said in his mind. Said, "Interesting, huh?" Then the brother came. I cannot show you his picture or anything. The brother came. The brother Kirk was muscular enhancement meant that was a step brother. Really, muscular enhancement. He can have muscle. He grew muscle in his arm for an hour or two. He's just a kid because of that's why he can create. Then he came. He came and said, "Hi, old man, where are you? I heard you got remarried. Who is the woman I want to see?" And then Inko just said, "Oh, you are the big son then, huh? You are the big son, Nazili." And said, "Yes, yes, old woman." Deku was getting angrier by the second. He was just seeing and clutching his arm. Said, "I bastard! I will kill you if anything happens to her." Then Izuku, he then Lucia. I said I am bad with names, man. Kendo's brother, means step brother. He were using every bad word and it's trying to humiliate Inko and then throwing food out of everything. Then Izuku was getting angrier and black darkness, mean not black, purple, this darkness was coming toward him. They're coming out of his body. The room was getting darker and darker and said, "What the fuck is this called darker, huh?" He turned the light on. Izuku was getting angrier on the second. Then Kendo's father said, "Huska, I don't like the kid. That is a pain in the ass." Then Izuku just gave him a dead stare. I'm going to show you the dead stare. Izuku gave him the dead stare with a smirky grin. With a smirky grin. "Hey bastard, you wanna fight, eh?" Here is the dead stare, I think. Dead stare. Here is the. I do not owe any of this picture or wallpaper, so do not copy me, boys. All credit goes to this creator who made this. Then he had give this dead stare to him. The boy was getting little but scared, but said, "Preschooler cannot harm me." "You think a preschooler can harm me that way?" "Never in your life." Izuku's dead stare was getting worse in the second. Izuku's gesture was getting worse by second. Red and black, everything was coming out of his eyes, turning this color. His eyes were turning this color. He he was getting angrier and angrier. His eyes were getting scarier. And then Deku just laughed and said, "Smirky bastard. Hey, you cocky bastard. If you say anything to my mom other than this, now you are going to die here just right now." "Ah, you are my other brother," I say. "What is your name, brat?" And said, "Hey, brat, you are also same brat. If you try anything else, you're gonna die in my hands." And then said, "Fuck you." Then Izuku was getting more angrier and said, "Bastard, you wanna die then? Bastard, you wanna die then?" And said, "You will kill me in your dreams." Said he literally just punched the punch Kendo's brother, flying through 7 buildings. He just punched his brother. He destroyed the house wall and said, "Oh, that was the weakest punch, really. You fell that far. Bastard." Gwen said, "Bastard." Then he was said, you will die in my hand. I will beat you." He was he was trying to beat Deku. Deku is just blocking with his hand, and sorry, with his finger, and said, "Weak," bashing him to the wall and grabbing his hair and pulling him, said, "Apologize to my mom right now." With this grin, and Izuku's mom was getting scared and said, "Izuku, you are getting overboard." Said, "Mom, he's not getting overboard, he's getting revenge. I don't like anyone who just gave me revenge out of nobody. I hate bastard who hurt me and my family. I know he is a part of my family, but why did he insult you?" Kevin catching his and said, "Please," he is crying and said, "Please let me go." Then Kendo's dad came. He was going outside, and Kendo's dad and Kendo was there. So Kendo's dad came and said, "What are you doing?" Said, "Uncle," or should I said my mean uncle. I will tell you, uncle. Uncle, he insulted my mom in front of me. I beat him slytherins. Do you have any problems in that?" And then Gendo's dad was little bit of scared, getting said, "You should leave him right now." And said, "Okay." He go to his happy go lucky farm and said, "Okay." And said, "Another time," he said, "another time you will die in my hands. Tell you that." He just goes, he just goes, and then they were all getting chummier. Their relationship was getting closer, but Izuku still doesn't call him dad that much. And now we go to some sister and brother complex. Yes, I know, but they are not blood related, so not really sister and brother complex. Now they started they started having some fun together, playing. Kendo was also having some fun. And they sometime met at UA, and some of the girls